Praise Jesus, everybody. Thank you for joining me on my show. It's pretty interesting on what's going on all in the world and everything, but as the title says, woman charged in relation to an alleged ISIS plot to attack Paris's Notre Dame. Today is April 15th, 2019, and the time now is 2:48 p.m. Pacific time. And you all should know by now that the Notre Dame building that was built in the 1100s, about 800 years ago, it's probably just going to be burnt to the ground. And this shocking development, this audio that I'm doing right now live, and the following description is actually taken from a YouTube video published in 2016, 3 years ago on September 11th, prior to today's burning of the Notre Dame Cathedral. And to read from Wochit News, which is who published the YouTube, and after today, I bet you this YouTube is not going to be available anymore, which is the reason why I am as quickly as possible going to play the recording of it right now. But published on September 11, 2016 from Paris, CNN. What is CNN? Cable News Network? That's probably what it's supposed to stand for. But Paris CNN, French authorities have charged a woman in relation to an alleged ISIS plot to attack the cities in Paris, famous Notre Dame Cathedral, a week prior to the September 11th, 2016. And the woman was on France's S list of radicalized individuals believed to pose a threat to national security and was known to have sought to travel to Syria, Molins said. And her name is just listed as Ornella G, the letter G, as in gold. Why not the last name? Probably obviously is in the United States, our mainstream media doesn't like to publish last names or names because they know it is a particular ethnic sounding. I'd like to do a Google search on who Ornella G is, and I'll do that after playing this video. Was arrested on Tuesday near the city of Orange in southern France, along with a companion who has since been released, the prosecutor's office told CNN. Authorities arrested 3 additional women, ages 19, 23, and 39, near Paris Thursday, and this is in the month of September, before September 11, 2016, in relation to the Notre Dame plot. And I have in the description the website and source of this also as well. So without any further ado, listen to this.
The Paris prosecutor's office said French authorities have charged a woman in relation to an alleged ISIS plot to attack this city's famous Notre Dame Cathedral last week. The official said the woman, whose name was given as Ornella G, was charged Saturday night with terrorist criminal association to commit crimes against people and attempted assassinations as an organized gang in connection with a terrorist enterprise. The prosecutor, François Molins, whose office handles terrorism investigations, said Friday that the woman's fingerprints were found last Sunday in a car containing a half-dozen gas cylinders and left parked in front of Notre Dame, in the heart of Paris. 5 of the cylinders were reportedly full. No detonator or firing device was found.
Okay, as far as I would like for all the listeners to know and realize, anything that I publish, any link to news is safe to read. Maybe not necessarily safe to normally read from the source, but the actual article is safe to read, and I always trust that people know how to read between the lines. And one thing in particular is, notice that the last 3 paragraphs, especially the last paragraph of all mainstream media articles, usually gives pertinent information, but they depend that you're going to read at least the first 3 paragraphs. hopefully just read the headline, and then you think you got the info. But the first 3 paragraphs, and especially the middle, is when they give all of their adjectives and descriptives and inflammatory words, creative wording to insinuate that you are supposed to believe that things are the way they are wanting you to believe, which is obviously progressive, communistic, or socialist, or anti-U.S. republic and constitutional government rhetoric. So when you do open up articles, be sure you read the whole thing. And if you want to take notes on the things that they are required by their editors to post only for the record. So several weeks down the line, they can say, oh, we covered that. Oh, in one sentence? Yeah, I know which article you covered it in. So just be aware of those types of things. And so right now, 2:54 p.m. Pacific Time, Monday, April 15th, 2019. I'm actually off work today. Don't have a good week. And I'm always going from one job to another. You'll know this if you listen to my previous broadcasts. So hopefully I'll be full-time doing this in a more quality and informative and descriptive manner. But now I'm going to Google the latest on this Notre Dame fire for the record. And gives a whole bunch of sources. Going to try to find something in the independent media field. But USA Today is actually a good mainstream media source. I want to put news at the end of my search. And see, there's everybody. CNN, NBC, colleges, CNBC, USA Today. All right, 4 hours ago. That's 4 hours ago, though. And it's also interesting a lot to read the first reports and compare them with what has been wiped off of the internet. 8 minutes ago, this is from The Guardian. Let's try The Guardian. Okay, this is from the Newswire, titled The Guardian. The headline, it says 11 minutes ago, the worst has been avoided, says France's President Macron. Macron says the worst has been avoided and that we will rebuild Notre Dame together. Announcing, together. So who is together? The United States. They're going to want us to help wipe up their mess, possibly, as they usually do after so long of saying Yankee go home. Announcing an international fundraising campaign is to be launched. My friend was right. Who I got this YouTube link from. They're doing exactly what he said they'd do. What's happened this evening is obviously a terrible drama. Emergency services fought the fire with extreme courage, professionalism, and determination. I would like to thank them on behalf of the entire nation. This is our history, and it's burning, Macron says. And that's all they have. There's a log, a time log on this front page. Go to theguardian.com. And it has things from what I just read you, now 12 minutes ago. Each one is accompanied by a video. Looks like a 50-second video. And a whole bunch of quotes from Twitter and a whole bunch of other sources. So 20 minutes ago, Rector of Notre Dame, Patrick Jacquin, that's spelled Jacquin, has reportedly told local media that the crown of thorns and the tunic of St. Louis have been recovered. However, fears remain for the many priceless artworks and artifacts still housing inside the cathedral. So there's a very ornate artifact that is an artifact depicting the crown of thorns. It's a artistic artifact, actually. It's pretty beautiful. Fire started accidentally. Preliminary investigation. Okay, preliminary. That's 27 minutes ago. And the fire department didn't even, according to Fox News that I was listening to earlier, said that it took 2 hours for the fire department to respond. And 28 minutes ago, here it says, "We're doing something different, and we'd like to explain why. Our journalism now reaches record numbers around the world, and more than 1 million people have supported our reporting. Unlike many news organizations, we haven't put up a payroll. Our journalism remains accessible to all, so more people have access to accurate information with integrity at its heart. This is the Guardian's model for open, independent journalism." And they conclude by saying, "Our model enables people to support us in a way that works for them. Readers' support safeguards our essential editorial independence. Make a contribution." And what a opportune time to put out the call. And all of these updates goes as far back as, at least, this is just page 1 of 4, 1 hour ago, so they had to have started immediately. And you can hear on the news all the updates, but you heard what will no doubt be wiped out from the web. And actually, from the time that I viewed this, there's only 647 views on this YouTube. And it's going to turn into the millions quickly. So there you have it, folks. Thank you for joining me on my Spreaker podcast. It'll be uploaded to Podbeam. It's on my Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. It goes to YouTube. And if you are so inclined, please help with my future podcasting and blogging also. It's very time consuming. I also have a blog. It's on michaeldtobin.blogspot.com. And I need a day to get I just downloaded all of my episodes to my computer. And my podcast, they actually go back as far back as like 2011. And but anyways, I always have the info on how you can help. So thank you very much for joining me today. God bless you and have a wonderful day.